All right. Well, welcome everyone to our September virtual meeting. It is fall. Crazy, right? So we're here. September's here. We like to call September, October, November, December our harvest season in Pampered Chef. So if you're new, basically that means that, throughout the prior months, we plant our seeds just like farmers. And now we're like harvesting because fall is the biggest selling season there is at Pampered Chef, if you play it right? So so we'll start out with any new consultants that are here that joined in the month of August or in the last couple days. I would love for you to just quickly introduce yourself and share why you decided to join. So basically just unmute yourself at the bottom left and just share your name and share whose team you're on and why you joined. Who wants to go first? Who's new here?
I'm Diane.
Hi, Diane. Welcome.
Yes. I signed today.
You signed today? Yay, congratulations. Who did you sign up with?
My daughter, Gail Morrissey.
Oh, yay, Gail. There she is. Awesome. Well, welcome. Why did you decide to join?
I did direct sales years ago, and I like cooking, and I love my daughter, and I figured I'd do a show, and the more I thought about it, I figured, why not go back to direct sales?
There you go. Well, awesome. Well, welcome. We're excited to have you. Who else is new? Oh, Melissa, I think you just joined and there's lots of background noise. Hey, yeah. Can you mute yourself? Okay. Yeah. Who else is new? Go ahead. I'm going to start calling people out. Rochelle, go ahead. She's smiling.
Hello, I'm Rochelle Fletcher. I joined just at the end of July, so I'm pretty new. I'm starting with virtual parties. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do the majority of my business through virtual parties. So we'll see what happens. And I love Pampered Chef. We established that I've been buying it for multiple years, so I said, why not make a little extra cash doing it, selling it? So that's why I joined.
Yay! Well, welcome to your first virtual meeting, right? Who else is new? Do we have anyone else? I don't think so. Brad, you've never been to a virtual meeting. You want to introduce yourself? Just unmute yourself on the bottom left. There you go.
Well, I'm Brad Roback. I joined, I want to say around July, I do believe. And my mom did a whole bunch of has a whole bunch of Pampered Chef stuff that she has had for years. So I was like, well, I'll join because I love the stuff.
So here you are.
Yep.
Well, welcome. So for all of you guys, all these ladies here, we need more men on our team. So challenge all of you to at least add like one man by the end of the year. If you think about it, right, most chefs are men, and the Pampered Chef men world is definitely growing. So Brett, you're on a mission to go get some more men on this team.
All right.
And everyone else too. So anyways, okay, awesome. I think we, wait, is there anyone else that just joined that's new, or is their first virtual meeting? See a couple people popping in and out. No? Okay, all right. So yeah, so I wanted to just talk a little bit about what's happening on our team and the trainings, and then we're going to talk about our new fall products. Are you guys excited about those? They're awesome, right? So first of all, I'll share my screen real quick to show you guys what I'm talking about, because it's very important for you guys to know where to find training and when it is. Not that it's mandatory, but we do obviously find that people that surround themselves with training and surround themselves with like-minded people are obviously more successful. And we can never stop learning. I just attended a training the other day and then I thought I knew everything. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't know that after 7 years. But there's always something that we can learn. So let me share my screen real quick. So if you don't know, we switched all of our trainings to Tuesdays, which is tomorrow. We have a special group just for training. I will always post a reminder in the Bazaar Bullet Train organization, but if you just want to make sure you don't miss anything, there's a page called Team Training. And if you're not part of this yet, just let us know or do a post and say, hey, can someone add me? And we will add you. But the pin post will always be updated with the next Tuesday, what's about to happen. So this is tomorrow's training call, right? You don't have to attend all of it, but you can attend what you're interested in. So if you need shows, raise your hands if you need shows for September. Anyone? Okay, good. I'm not alone. So at 12 p.m. tomorrow Eastern Time, these are all Eastern Times, there will be a booking blitz. So basically there will be posts going up, and there will also be a live Zoom just like this, led by a director that's just going to give you tips and tricks, and just kind of going to stay on to hold you accountable and answer any questions while you're blitzing. But if you if you work and you don't have time until tomorrow night, you can start working on your list today of who you're going to reach out to. Having that list ready of who you're going to follow up with, that's the most important step. Because then once you start contacting people, right, the time flies. But have that list ready so you're not spending an hour creating the list tomorrow when you're supposed to be booking parties. So we'll help you with wording and what to say tomorrow. Then at 1 and 7 p.m., so for anyone that is new, or for anyone that wants to relaunch their business and says, oh my God, summer got away from me, I haven't done anything in the last 8 weeks, but I'm ready, this is for you. Okay, so every Tuesday at 1 and 7 p.m. Eastern Time, one of those times will work. You don't have to attend both. We start a new consultant series. It's 4 weeks. Actually, it starts tomorrow with part 1, but you can really join anytime. Just complete a whole 4 series and you get the well-rounded experience. So I highly recommend that if you're new or you need a refresher or you just kind of want to see what it's all about and you haven't participated in one yet, go ahead and block the next Tuesdays. And it's about 30 minutes, so it's not too long. And if for one way or another you can't attend either times, then let us know and we can, give you access to recording as well. And then at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow, fall is our, it's our time to grow. So at 8:30 p.m. tomorrow, we are launching our new Director-Bound program. So what that means for some of you that are new, basically if you're in your first 90 days, and you want to earn a $500 cash bonus plus all kinds of other rewards, then this is for you. If you want to, for anyone that's not in 90 days, if this is for you as well, if you just want a consistent business, if you want to grow, if you want to have a team, if you want to make a significant amount of income, if you want lots of free Parent for Chef stuff, if you want to be part of other elite groups that there are on Facebook for just directors and above, this is for you, okay? There is never a perfect time, so I don't care if you have 0 shows right now, you could promote this month. It's just that mindset that you decide that this is going to happen, and we've promoted people in, I think, 2 weeks. It just depends, and it just, you just have to decide that this is what you want to do. So if you're interested in it and you're not in this program yet, then shoot me a message so I can send you the Google form that needs to be filled out before you can join this program, okay? So every Tuesday there's trainings. You can see the entire calendar right here. Well, not right here, I guess, somewhere. Here it is. In the description is the entire calendar, so you can, now it's a good time to look at all of September, which training interests you and which training are you going to participate, and the Zoom is always the same, so pretty simple. Are there any questions about the Tuesday trainings? No? Okay. Moving on. So again, if you're interested in growing this fall, not to toot our own horn, but we are #1 in the entire Paper Chef company in promoting and developing people. So we know what needs to be done to develop you. You just have to trust us and just do what we tell you to do, and everything will work out, right? Super easy. So is there anyone that's already ready and knows that there will be in that group starting tomorrow? Who's growing? Yay, look at all these hands. Yay. So we're going to be BFFs this month. Watch out. Okay, so let's talk about the new fall products. Who has some in their hand already? Who's gotten some in their hand? Fabulous. Which products are you guys most excited about? Let's share for a minute.
The small fluted cake pans.
Aren't they cute?
Yes. Yes.
I love the color too. And I've not used them yet, but hopefully I will soon.
I'm going to use them tomorrow night doing a cooking video.
And I heard you don't have to spray them with anything.
I've eaten more fluted mini cakes than I ever should in 2 weeks, I think.
Joby, have you experimented?
Oh my gosh, I've done everything you can imagine in them. And you're right, you don't have to spray them. They just pop right out of there. It's awesome.
Hey, Bradley, I copy.
So has anyone experimented with anything other than cake?
Pancakes.
I know that.
Go ahead.
I know. I just ordered the little pie pans.
Okay, so Brad's going to be doing some baking here. What other products are you guys most excited about, or has anyone sold any of them and is like, this is going to be the hottest new seller?
I just had somebody purchase all of the new bakeware sets in a virtual party I've got right now. So did the fluted pan and the mini one and the pie one. So very excited.
That's a good sale right there.
Mm-hmm. It went from a non-qualifying party to over $400 just this afternoon.
Well, that's probably going to be a newest consultant, right, Joey?
That's my hope.
So listen, if you guys didn't earn them during free for all, right? It's never too late to get them. So you have a couple options. You can order any new product as a sample order for 50% off. Or if you have Paper Chef dollars, that's definitely the best way to use them too, because you're kind of getting a 50% of item for free with your Pampered Chef dollars. If you're new, you're still in your first 90 days, you're still earning lots of Pampered Chef dollars for every $12.50 you sell and for every new team member, so don't forget that. But don't feel like you have to have the new products to sell them, okay? Pampered Chef does an amazing job providing us with awesome videos and pictures, and you can sell them just like that, okay? So if you're Facebook friends with me, which I think most of you are, check out the post that I did a couple days ago. I just posted the video directly of the new fall products and just encourage people to share their favorite. And I said I'll do a drawing for every 20 comments I get, and they're like going crazy, okay? So, but you gotta interact with them, and obviously I'm gonna use that as a follow-up in a separate conversation to get some parties booked. But I wanted to show you guys, if you don't know, for many of you that are new, if you go in Consultants Corner under Training and Resources, you will have a link that says Fall Winter 2017 Updated Materials. So everything you need for your new season is right here, all right? And the first thing, which is really cool, if you have not watched it yet, it's a 2.5-minute video. It's a catalog overview video. So the catalog has changed. For those of you that are new, you don't know any better, but the catalog has changed. And I even learned some things. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. So there's a great index in there. There is hints on party packs, and there's basically 4 sections that the catalog is divided to. And it's a gorgeous catalog. So watch the video so you know what you're going to talk about, you know, when people look at your catalog during a cooking show or even virtual parties, even going live and explaining the catalog. So there's lots of fun things. The Halloween cookie cutters, now is the time to sell them. They are while supplies last, okay? So if they sell out before Halloween, they're gone, all right? The new party pack. Party packs can be used for cooking shows or virtual parties. So lots of virtual consultants have been doing theme parties, theme virtual parties as well. So doing a one-pot meal party pack really helping people find solutions of what's for dinner, how to get everything on the table, and how to not make a giant mess and keep everything in one pot, right? So make sure you check out the party packs. They're loaded with pictures and videos, all right? So we always recommend you take lots of your own pictures and videos, to give your virtual party some personality. But, Paper Chef ones are fabulous as well. And again, virtual party training. So virtual party training is here as well. Lots of things, how to connect with your customers, the products, right? You need to know your products in order to sell them. You don't necessarily have to have them, right? We don't need you guys to have all the products, but you do need to know the ins and outs of them, all right? So lots of price changes as well. A couple items going up, but lots of them going down. So make sure you know and talk at your parties what's being reduced, and they're actually showing the reduced price in your catalog. So they'll show used to be, and then it's scratched out, now, blah, blah, blah. So make sure you highlight those. So lots of fun things over here. So make sure you check out this fall winter guide. Every day pick a different one so you are well rounded and you know what you're selling. And obviously there's updated materials and training for every consultant on Pampered Chef University. Has anyone played with this guide yet?
I have a little bit, not a whole lot.
Okay, so you know what your homework is for the next couple weeks. Just check it out. But the best way to learn the products is obviously to have them and to play with them. So if you want to earn these products for free, every 6 months, every time a new catalog comes out, every single one of you should be hosting your own fall launch party, okay? Whether you do an in-home, whether you do a virtual, introducing the new products every 6 months to your customers is definitely the way to go. And guess what? You're the host, so you can benefit from all the free stuff and all the discounts, and that's how you're able to get all the new stuff for free and discounted, unless you earned them in the free for all the months prior, right? So has anyone ever done that yet? Hosted their own fall lunch? Yes, no, everyone will. If you don't want to open up your house, just do it virtually, okay? And the other thing, if you guys didn't see it, Pampered Chef has offered to have fundraisers for the Hurricane Harvey, and they are offering to double the donation to 30%. So you could even have your own launch and donate if you want to support the cause. But we've had lots of hosts that have been wanting to turn their party around and make it a fundraiser instead. So that might be a way for you guys to help and still get sales for the month as well, and still get a commission check too, right? So if you have anyone affected in those in that area, then that would be a great way to reach out. So check out the new fall products. If you're local and you have a local director, get with them. We have all the new products. Come over, play with them, come borrow them. That's what we're here for, all right? So the other thing I want to talk to you guys about too is the virtual parties. So we've been doing them for quite a couple years, but sometimes, just like if you do the same cooking show and the same recipe for like 6 months or longer, you kind of get tired and you're like, okay, what used to work 6 months ago doesn't work anymore, because it almost becomes like automated. So we have provided you guys with an amazing training. So how many of you participated in the Crushing It Virtually group over the last week? Was that mind-blowing? Right? Like, oh my God, my notes are like a mile long. So if you have not participated in it yet, the group is still available. It's called Crushing It Virtually, but you need to ask your director to add you to the group if you're not part of it, and you can scroll back through. But we basically partnered up with like 7 amazing leaders in Pampered Chef, but there's definitely a couple girls on there, guys, that are rocking the virtual parties. I mean, or guys too. They're selling $6,000+, $10,000, $20,000 a month with just virtual parties. And these people have 2 little kids at home. They work 60 hours a week. They have a full-time job. I mean, there's like no excuses, right? These people are amazing, and they just have a system in place, and they know when to work and how to work. So if you're goal is to grow with your virtual parties, or maybe you got tired of them and you kind of got away from them, I highly encourage you guys to go in there and check it out. Is there anyone on that wants to share like their best tip that they learned during this training?
I will.
Go ahead, Carolyn.
I learned to have your host ask guests about booking a party. Have them get the bookings for you.
So tell us more about that.
I had my during the especially a virtual party going on, so I went on and I I copied what Steve had posted and sent it to my host, and within 5 minutes, all 3 of her daughters hosted a party, 2 cooking.
So basically, it's a challenge you give your host, and you challenge them to get bookings for you. And when they do, they get a free gift, and obviously they get the 50% off item at every show. And again, it's a numbers game, right? The more parties you have, the more hosts will do it, and the more future bookings you will have, and the less you have to go hunt for them, right? So it's always easier for us to just get the 2 bookings from every show right then and there than to have to go dig through our contacts or outside somewhere to get those parties. So way to implement that, Carolyn. Awesome. Anyone else picked anything else up that was like, amazing?
This is Joby. I just, Jen Lott's section that she did and sharing her template and all that. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Sorry. Just making things a lot more simple and like a theme for each day. Just made it so much easier to where I just did my fall template, and it seems to be going very, very well. So just hearing different ways of doing things. Like, even though I've only been in it a short time, I felt like my virtual parties were getting a little stale. Shared that with one of my team members, and he had his first $1,000 virtual party. So it's just taking tips from all of them, but I think I got the most out of Jen Lott's session.
Awesome. Yeah, and the key was too is like change it up every month, tweak it a little bit. And obviously as we're coming closer to the holidays, right? So next month could be all about Halloween tips and tricks. Then after that can be Thanksgiving. Then after that can be Christmas. So changing it up every month a little bit, just to kind of give it a fun, fresh outline for you too, and for your guests that maybe attend the same party over and over. But we definitely learned Facebook Live is a huge key player in your parties. I think, Rochelle, you just started yours, didn't you? And you went Facebook Live. How did that go for your first party?
Sorry, couldn't figure out how to unmute this. Yeah, I just actually started a virtual party today, and it's going to be 4 days long. I used a template that somebody had shared on one of the Facebook pages, because that was the hardest part for me, is making sure that it's organized and not going in not knowing how to do it. So I just kind of used somebody else's outline. But I went on live. I posted the first few like roll call and stuff like that, and then I went Facebook Live and I thanked my host. And then I also said, hey, I have a big announcement. Pampered Chef just launched all their fall product with a new catalog, and I said I would post a link to the virtual catalog or whatever it's called. It's probably not the right terminology, but either way, and I already started having people respond back. So, and I said to make sure that they could, earn tickets, because I had a little game going on, which again I found off Facebook, somebody putting it on the virtual party page, and people are already starting to respond to that. So, because they want the tickets for free stuff. And I didn't specify what the free stuff is. It'll probably be a season's best.
Anything under $5.
Yeah, so that works. But yeah, people are already responding. So I was super excited because I was really nervous.
So this was your first time going Facebook Live, right?
Yeah. Well, we did my whole party. When I did my launch party, we did that whole party live, which was like an hour and a half, and that was pretty cool. We had a lot of people. My sister ordered, she saw the executive nonstick pan, and she went and bought the huge griddle, double griddle. So that was pretty cool. That was from going live. So
yeah, so you can utilize that for your cooking shows, guys, too. So I always ask my host to go live in their event or on their personal page for all those people that couldn't come. And I mean, sometimes those are better than the actual party. People go crazy. But yeah, if you know, I know there's several of you that are always afraid to go Facebook Live, but I have seen several of you do it. And I've also watched you guys get more comfortable with it as well. And the other thing, guys, if you see your fellow Pampered Chef friends live, you know, doing something on their personal page, just joining for like 2 seconds, liking and commenting, and then tagging out helps them and boost their post as well. So I just encourage you guys, you know, as you see me, someone else, anyone post anything Pampered Chef, just yay, awesome, I love it, you know, boosts everyone's post as well. So let's help each other out in that department. Go ahead, Joby.
One other thing, I've been including my family members in demos, and it's just made it fun. And, you know, showing people that we're in the kitchen, that things happen, and just showing that you're a real person and not this perfect chef, and showing the real you, and them seeing you not as a salesperson but as a real person cooking in the kitchen just like they do. I think that's volumes, and that's usually when my sales come in. I do my virtual parties Monday to Monday, and I go live Saturday. And so I always get a lot of sales right after my live demo.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, you don't have to do a whole cooking demo if you don't want to. You know, some people do. I do for sure. But the beauty is too, guys, if you do a cooking demo at 9 o'clock at night, guess what your family has for dinner the next day? It's done and covered. You don't have to cook the next day. But yeah, be yourself. Don't freak out. If you cut yourself, if you drop something, just that's what they want to see. Like I mean, not that they want to see you cutting yourself, all right? But they want to see you mess up. They don't want you to be perfect, picture perfect, right? So just have fun and chit chat with them. And if you join the Crushing It Virtually, there's lots of Facebook Live tips I gave as well. But the newest feature, if you don't know, a lot of background noise. I don't know who that is. That's gone. If the newest thing too is when you go Facebook Live, and you know how you can see that people are viewing you, you can click on their name and you can say invite to broadcast. So they can actually join, and they'll join like in a upper right hand corner, and they're live there with you, which is super fun too. So I started using this for my virtual parties. So I check with my host and I just say, hey, do you have 5 minutes tomorrow to just go live with me? And we pick a time, and then I announce it, and then basically I just pick the brain, and I just, you know, ask them like chit chat, how did we meet? So what are your favorite products? And we just chat a little bit, and it's more fun, and it builds that relationship with your hosts even better, right? Because when else do we get to video chat with our hosts? So if you haven't tried it yet, it's super, super fun. Has anyone played with that yet? I just discovered it last week, so it's super fun. Awesome. Okay, any questions about virtual parties or the training, where to find it, or anything?
Just the one thing that I thought when I was watching the Crushing Virtual stuff is we get outlines from other people, but we also need to turn it towards ourselves, so it's not sounding like a broken record type of thing, making it our own.
Yes. So I think that was the biggest takeaway, right? Is make it your own. We can share outlines with you to get you started, but you eventually want to like start replacing it, right? So maybe there's a picture of a rock crock. So guess what? Now you take a picture of you holding the rock crock and change the wording a little bit, right? I have lots of pictures of my kids, me, silly faces, you know, whatever. So make it your own as much as you can. Obviously, we need a basic outline, but there's always things that can be tweaked, right? So your outline is never going to be perfect, right? Just like Jovi said, she's only been around for a little while, and she was already feeling like she needed a little change. And it's just like the cooking shows. We just always need a new recipe, new games, and things to make at parties. So same thing. So just change it up every now and then.
Claudia, one thing I found out, I felt like I was always trying to give something away. So, you know, obviously that's cutting into my commission. So, like I said, I got a lot out of Jen's section. Where I do now on my new template, I do strictly just tickets. I mean, I do an early bird, and that's the season's best because it's pretty cheap to mail. And then whenever I do the early bird email to let them know they've won, I throw in I would love to give you even more products for free. Would you like me to put in a host packet with your cookbook? And I've got 3 out of 4 shows in the last couple of weeks by doing that. But the rest of the time, I just do tickets for 1 grand prize at the end.
Yeah, that's a great. I never heard that. Would you like me to add a host package to Season's Best? That's brilliant. Yay, I learned something new.
I actually, Harry Strutton, I hadn't done it before. I went back and reread my Evernote for my host coaching stuff that she sent me when I first started. I've never done this before. And I did it on 4 shows. 3 parties out of it, 3 out of 4. So I thought, okay, well, I'm using that forever now.
You're like so
cool.
Yeah.
But people shouldn't feel like they have to give away the farm just to get a sale. You know, I see a party's kind of dead and not very active. I may do the person who qualifies a free gift, and it's still a season's best. Just because I have an abundance of them, so that seems to be the easiest. But I quit giving away a lot in just the tickets now and the dice game. Terry put that on the virtual, crushing it virtually as well. I do the dice game in all my parties now too.
Yeah, and just like your cooking shows, you know, your guys' goal should always be to get 2 shows from every party, no matter what, okay? Because it's all exciting if we have $1,000 party, but we have no bookings, the branch doesn't keep growing, and we just kind of get stuck there. So, and that's your way to get outside of your circle. So it is so much easier to get 2 bookings from a party than have to go find them somewhere else. So ask your host to help you, play games, make it exciting, reach out to people, talk to people, ask them, right? The answer is always no unless we ask. So from 2 parties from every show, no matter what. You've heard me say it a million times. One to grow, one to replace the one you just had, and the other one to make you grow, right? That's just the magic in this business. So, okay, so we're getting close to our 45 minutes, but just real quick, fall, just real quick talking about goal setting. So fall can be a fresh start for anyone, okay? Whatever happened in August, August was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. Who had a rough August? I had a rough August. I moved, okay? My parents were here, gained like 15 pounds. It's time to go back to work. But, you know, like, it doesn't matter, all right? Even if this is your last month to be active or something. Maybe you haven't done anything in the last 6 months. Maybe you've done pretty consistent, and it's time to, you know, step it up a notch. Like, it's a fresh start for everyone. New catalog, new season. But you can only move forward in this business if you know what you want and why you want it, okay? So setting a goal for yourself, for your team, for your family, like, that is the most important thing that you can do, and knowing what that is, okay? Whether it's a goal of, okay, I want 4 shows this month, or I want to promote to director, or I want to have $500 income every single month by November 7th, so I can buy my kids this for Christmas, right? This is your guys' time to have that debt-free holiday, to not rack up those credit cards, to give your kids what they want, to buy your husband whatever crazy idea he has that he wants, right? But this is your time, because fall people will spend more money. We know that, right? It's holiday season. But, we have what they want, right? Holiday entertaining, gifts that they can bake and give away. But you got to be out there, and people need to know that you do Pampered Chef and the services you provide for them, right? So they're not coming to you. People are not just going to jump to you, but they will listen to you, and they will follow your solutions and tips and tricks when you share more, right? So again, just posting on Facebook, hey, this is the host special who wants to book a party, doesn't work. All right, you need to engage with your customers. They want to see you go Facebook Live. They want to see how you are using your products. Go Facebook Live and even share the new fall products. That's still on my list. I still haven't caught up. But connect with them, right? And when you switch your mindset of helping them and not thinking, well, they're doing me a favor by hosting a virtual party. No, you're helping them find solutions in their kitchen, and you're spoiling them with a ton of free stuff, right? We have like the best host program out there. So don't think about yourself when it comes to it. Really think about who can you help this holiday season, even make extra income, right? Who's out there? So many people right now are out there looking to work at Bed Bath & Beyond, at the mall for holiday hours, Target for holiday hours, all these things, and you could be helping them with even but even virtual parties only, right? With so many new virtual only successful consultants as well. So they wouldn't even have to leave their house. So really think about why and what your goal is, whether it's this month, this week, whether it's like, okay, today is Monday, so by Friday I want 8 shows, right? And share it with your director, share with me, because we as your leaders can only help you if we know what you want, right? We're not here to tell you you need 8 shows. I'm not here to tell you you need 5 shows, 2 shows. That's totally your job to decide what you want, but I can definitely help you and keep you accountable along the way. All right? How does that sound? Dana Lott, is there an online training for virtual parties? PCU doesn't really have a lot of stuff. Yes, just message me and I'll send you some links to some virtual party training. So, okay, so just remember, oh, you know what? I didn't have anyone doing my drawings. So is there anyone that knows how to use Wheel Decide real quick?
Yeah, I can do it. Probably give me a second.
Okay, so Allison's going to punch everyone that's attended tonight into Will Decide. We'll do a drawing here in a minute. But next meeting, our meetings are normally every first Monday of the month. However, next month I will be out of town in Chicago to learn more for you guys at ExecSem. So the next virtual team meeting is going to be October 9th. So it's like basically just pushed back a week, okay? And the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, if you guys are free, October 20th to the 22nd, we're having a big training in Virginia. And basically, it's like if you saw us go to conference, it's like conference just on a mini scale. In some ways, even better, because you have closer access to people from home office that will be there that are normally getting like attacked at conference by 3,000 consultants. So we are traveling there from New York. We have people that are going to be driving from all over. People are flying in from all over. It's October 20th to the 22nd. Registration is open. However, it will go up after September 15th, and it's only $99 to register plus your hotel, unless you decide you want to promote this month's director, and you're the first out of 6 directors to promote this month, and you get to stay for free at the boss's house, Donna Lady. So if you are interested in going, I highly recommend, if there's any way you guys can invest in it, you can squeeze it in, you can grab some people, you can drive out there. First of all, it's a beautiful location. I used to live there for a while, but it's a great investment in your business too. So if you have any questions about that, please reach out to me so I can answer them for you if there's any way that we can make it work. Okay, so Allison is going to do the drawing, and I'll just stop the recording, and then I'll just stay on for some Q&A. Dana Lod, will Sunday's workshop at the retreat be recorded by chance? Dana, I cannot confirm or deny that. I would probably think no, because there's actually a very expensive trainer coming, Lydia Martin. She's a digital queen. So I doubt that she would let us record her stuff, but you never know. But if for some reason, I think, Dana, you're missing Sunday, it'll still be, you'll still get lots out of it, and we can share our notes with you.